Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Friday, December 16, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus, if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. And make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Philadelphia 76ers vs Golden State Warriors. Following his MRI on Thursday, it was reported that Curry will miss at least a few weeks to recover from his shoulder injury. Without Curry, Philadelphia should be able to cover even more ground on the perimeter and keep Golden State from knocking down a significant amount of long-range shots. Without the 3PT weapon, the Warriors don't have enough weapons in the paint to bother the Sixers. Philadelphia is currently red-hot offensively, and it seems unlikely that the Warriors' marginal defense will be able to slow them down. The Warriors are just 2-12 on the road this season, and it is highly unlikely that they'll get their third win in this spot. Our first pick is to take Philadelphia -8 points. Philadelphia ranks 26th in pace heading into this contest with the Warriors. Although they have been playing without their full complement of players, they are still 4th in defensive rating. De'Anthony Melton was held out the last game with lower back tightness. Melton has been starting in place of Tyrese Maxey and scored 33 points on Friday night against the Lakers. He is expected back in the lineup and is a back part of what they do without Maxey around. He is also an excellent defender, and they will need him to chase Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole around the perimeter with Curry out. I expect both teams to shoot the ball well, but considering the pace Philly plays at, the total is higher than you would expect. Our second pick is to take the under with confidence. Cleveland Cavaliers vs Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers are currently in 7th place in the Eastern Conference standings as they trail the first-place Boston Celtics by 7 games. On offense, they are scoring 115 points per game and they are shooting 45.5% from the floor. This is the 24th lowest shooting percentage in the league, but the 10th most points scored per contest. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Pacers have an adjusted offensive rating of 111.8, which is the 17th highest rating in the NBA. Tyrese Haliburton has continued to lead the way on the offensive end of the court as he is scoring 19.8 points per game and averaging 10.6 assists. The Pacers have also shown that they have multiple players that can step behind the arc and make it rain. They are shooting 36.7% from deep, which is the 10th highest team 3-point shooting percentage in the league. They have also taken care of business at the charity stripe, as they have made 79% of their shots at the line. This is the 14th highest team free throw shooting percentage in the NBA. The Cleveland Cavaliers have had a great start to the season, as they are currently in 3rd place in the Eastern Conference standings. They are still 4 games back from the first-place Boston Celtics, as they will have to get hot if they want to inch their way up the standings. On offense, the Cavs are scoring 110.7 points per game and they are shooting 47.7% from the floor. This is the 24th most points scored per contest and the 12th highest team shooting percentage. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Cavaliers have an adjusted offensive rating of 113.4, which is the 11th highest rating in the NBA. Donovan Mitchell continues to lead the way on the offensive end of the court as he is scoring 29.2 points per game on 50.2% shooting from the field. Cleveland has also shown that they can step behind the arc and consistently knock down threes. They are shooting 36.8% from behind the arc, which is the 9th highest team three-point shooting percentage in the league. The Cavs have also taken care of business at the charity stripe, as they have made 80.4% of their shots at the line. This is the 8th highest free throw shooting percentage in the NBA, as they can't miss these free looks and still expect to win these games. I am going to hammer the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I am going to lay the points, -7. They are 12-2 at home this season and they have the defensive advantage. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Cavs have the lowest adjusted defensive rating in the league, and they are holding their opponents to the least amount of points scored per contest. They will continue to apply pressure throughout this game, as they won't allow the Pacers to score enough points to cover the spread. The Pacers only have the 24th highest team shooting percentage, as I don't see them playing well with pressure in their face. Indiana has also struggled on the defensive end of the court, as the Cavs will consistently score throughout this game. Indiana is surrendering the 23rd least amount of points per game, and they have struggled to defend on the perimeter. The Cavs will attack throughout this entire game and score enough points to cover this spread. Cleveland has the 12th highest team shooting percentage and the 9th highest three-point percentage, as they can score from anywhere on the floor. The Pacers won't be able to slow them down, and the Cavs will slowly pull away throughout this game. Cleveland is the better team on both ends of the court. Our first pick is to take the Cavaliers and lay the points, -7. The Cavaliers are last in pace heading into this meeting at home against the Pacers. Cleveland had been playing lethargic after a strong start, thanks in part to 8 losses in the past 9 road games, including a surprising defeat at San Antonio. Cleveland had 4 consecutive road wins as part of an 8-1 start, but followed it up with 5 losses. They are more like their early season form at this point with Jared Allen healthy again, and they will dominate the boards and limit the Pacers. Further, they are much better at home this year and will hold Indiana to under 100 points. The total number has gone under in 5 of Indiana's last 7 games. Our second pick is to take the under 225.5 points with confidence. Toronto Raptors vs Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets are currently in 4th place in the Eastern Conference standings, as they are 3 games back from the first place Boston Celtics. On offense, the Nets are scoring 112.5 points per game, and they are shooting 49.9% from the floor. This is the 18th most points scored per contest and the 2nd highest team shooting percentage. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Nets have an adjusted offensive rating of 113.8, which is the 9th highest rating in the NBA. Kevin Durant continues to lead the way on the offensive end, as he is scoring 30 points per game on 55.9% shooting from the floor. The Nets have also shown that they have multiple players that can step behind the arc and pour in threes. They are shooting 37% from deep, which is the 7th highest three-point shooting percentage in the league. They have struggled to consistently knock down their free throw, though. They are only shooting 79.4% at the stripe, which is the 12th highest free throw shooting percentage in the NBA. They can't miss out on these free looks at the rim and still expect to win these games. The Toronto Raptors are currently in 10th place in the Eastern Conference standings, as they are 8.5 games back from the first place Boston Celtics. On offense, they are scoring 111.3 points per game, and they are shooting 45% from the floor. This is the 19th most points scored per contest and the 27th highest team shooting percentage. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Raptors have an adjusted offensive rating of 112.7, which is the 14th highest rating in the NBA. OG Anunoby continues to lead the way for the Raptors, as he is scoring 19 points per game on 47.5% shooting from the field. Unfortunately, he is listed as out for this game, though. The Raptors will have to rely on their other role players to pick up the slack on the offensive end. Toronto has also shown that they can't consistently step behind the arc and knock down threes. They are only shooting 32.3% from deep, which is the 28th highest team three-point shooting percentage. The Raptors have also fallen short at the charity stripe, as they are only making 78.6% of their shots at the line. This is the 17th highest free throw shooting percentage in the league, as they can't miss out on these opportunities and still expect to stay competitive in these games. I'm going to pick the Brooklyn Nets, and I am going to lay the points, -1.5. This will be the 4th time that these two teams have faced off this season, as the Nets still haven't lost to the Raptors. Brooklyn also has the advantage on the offensive end of the court as they are scoring the 18th most points per game and they have the second highest team shooting percentage. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Nets have the 9th highest adjusted offensive rating as the Raptors won't be able to keep up with them in this game. Toronto will also be without Anunoby as I see this hurting them on the offensive end of the floor. The Raptors are only scoring the 19th most points per game and they have the 27th highest team shooting percentage. They will continue to struggle from the field as they won't score enough points to keep this game competitive. Brooklyn has also been great defensively as they are holding their opponents to the 8th least amount of points scored per game and the 5th lowest shooting percentage from the field. They will make it difficult for the Raptors to score inside the paint as their defense will allow them to pull away throughout this game. The Nets are 8-2 in their last 10 games played. They are on a roll and they are the better team in this matchup. Pick the Brooklyn Nets and lay the points, -1.5. I like the under in this game as we have seen these two teams play 3 times and all 3 times the defenses got the better of the offenses. In the 3 games, the games average 214.33 ppg, while Toronto is 14-14 in hitting the under, while Brooklyn is 17-12 in hitting the under. Along with that, the Raptors play at a pace of 98.6 which ranks 25th, while Brooklyn is playing at a pace of 100.9 which ranks 16th. Meanwhile, in Toronto's last 10 games, the games are averaging 221.9 ppg, while Brooklyn's last 10 games are averaging 225.3 ppg. However, when these two teams play, we have proof that the defenses can take advantage of these offenses, which is why I like the under. Our second pick is to take the under 225.5 points.